we have a really great opportunity to spend a bit more time with Chip Bergh, President and CEO of Levi Strauss & Company. If you want Levi's and you want anything related to that brand, there's nobody higher, there's nobody better. Chip, thank you for doing this.
Great to be here,
Appreciate
Rick.
it.
Thank you.
You know, you've spent 141 years, we talked about it in the larger show, but the blue jean was invented 140 some odd years ago, and then you took the brand to the next level. We don't have a lot of time to tell every year, but tell the story.
Well, the company was founded about 162 years ago by a Bavarian immigrant when he opened a general merchandise store right here in San Francisco. And 142 years ago now, the patented blue jean was invented. And the rest, as they say, is history. Levi Strauss, the man himself, founded the company and invented the blue jeans during the gold rush. And we've been innovating and building and growing ever since.
16,000, I think I got that right, employees worldwide, maybe more.
That's
but
about
you're
right.
Truly an international company.
Yeah, we sell in about 110 countries. We've got operations in about 80. And but this jean is, or this brand is one of the most iconic brands in the world, and that's one of the things that attracted me to this company.
Well, so attracted you to the company, and it's an iconic brand, but there's another leap of faith to spend $220 million to put your name on a stadium. Why'd you do it?
Well, first of all, I don't think anybody expected it, and I like kind of doing the unexpected. Yeah. That's part of what innovation is all about. But I had some experience from my previous company with Gillette Stadium.
And they're a razor company, right?
Yeah, exactly, right. You probably shave every morning with it. But, but I knew that it was a great business building opportunity for the Gillette business, and the question was, could it be good for us? And it was the perfect fit with the 49ers. As they were building this new stadium, two iconic San Francisco brands coming together. You know, Sourdough Sam running out onto the field every Sunday wearing his Levi's and planting his pitchfork. And it was too good to be true. And I also believed in my heart that this was going to be a great investment as we reconnected the Levi's brand with our consumer. I mean, at the end of the day, the Levi's brand is at its best when we are at the center of culture. And what's culture in this country? It's sports, it's music, and it's entertainment. And where does that happen? In big stadiums, big venues like Levi's Stadium.
Big stadiums, big venues with the iconic Golden Super Bowl happening as well, which of course is very important. Language from an article from you guys, the consumers are more excited, the competitors are more nervous, and the base more confident after you spent those dollars. Kind of an interesting way to view naming purchases or bold moves in general.
It was a really bold move, but it's also opened a lot of new opportunities for us as we reconnect with our fans. I mean, I'm wearing, I can't help but subtle, but. You know, as we got into the NFL, a couple of things happened. First of all, we wanted a lot of the 49ers to be wearing our product. Yeah. They're really muscular guys. And we discovered we needed an athletic fit, so we introduced the Levi's 541 fit, which is built for athletes. And then we started doing an NFL collection. Started with the 49ers jacket, which we launched the year that the stadium launched 2 years ago. It was so successful, we expanded it to 7 teams this last year, and during the Super Bowl, we're now expanding our NFL collection to all 32 teams, and we've got the special Super Bowl collection as well.
And you're pretty confident that, based on kind of traditional, but-for analysis, this wouldn't have happened but for the original investment with the Niners.
That's for sure. And since the day we announced, we've generated 300 billion. I'll say that again: 300 billion impressions. Yeah. Which has a media value of about $400 million. So it's already paid for itself. Everything on top.
And now it's all gravy.
Now it's all gravy.
Yeah.
And the other fun fact I like to use is one 30-second spot for the Super Bowl is going to be $5 million. We've got the whole stadium for a year on average for $11 million. So.
And I've got a better number for you, not a better, but another number, according to some research, 40 billion impressions before the building opened,
right.
And the 16 months basically of what you called free public relations engagement. Now, Farmers Field, Farmers Insurance tried that in L.A. The only difference was they didn't get their deal done.
That's right.
So you were absolutely sure that the York family and the public sector was going to do this stadium deal, and you did it at the right time, and you got a whole lot of benefit before it even opened.
That's right. We announced the deal early May. 2 weeks later, we discovered that we were getting Super Bowl 50. I mean, we knew going into it that if we did this and did it right, we stood a good shot at getting Super Bowl 50 basically in the second year of the stadium. And if it goes well, I'm kind of already pitching for Super Bowl 56, because what's that in Roman numerals? LVI. The only thing missing is the E.
Right.
So it's Super Bowl Levi.
Are we renegotiating the deal on camera relative to a second Super Bowl?
We don't need to renegotiate.
No, we clearly don't. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Now we understand. Deal is buttoned up, and we want a second Super Bowl.
And third.
And third, and more. You know, there is a fabled Super Bowl rotation, and it's in the eye of the owners at any given point in time. But I assume one of the takeaways of a very successful Super Bowl couple weeks in 50 is that there is a implicit rotation where you're going to get the game back a number of times.
Let's hope. That's kind of the thinking. We really want fans to have an amazing experience this week. You know, 1.5 million people coming from out of town. The stadium only seats 75,000. So it's not just about the experience in the stadium, which will be amazing, but it's also the rest of the experience that they're going to have here in the Bay Area. And we think the Bay Area is really, really special. It's home and has been home to Levi Strauss since its inception. We're super proud of it, and we want out-of-town visitors to have an amazing experience when they come here.
Brand extension, just a couple more. One of the other numbers, 80% of the people who are football fans, sports fans, Americans, are wearing jeans on any given day. That's pretty compelling, and it's a base from which you build on.
That's right, and we are, by the way, the leading brand of jeans globally and here in the U.S. So, you know, every time I go to Levi's Stadium for a game, I'm checking out what are people wearing. And, you know, we want people to show up to Levi's Stadium, whether it's going to a concert or going to a football game, rocking their Levi's.
Kind of a, finally, derivation of what I'd asked you earlier. 10 years from now, you look back at the relationship between Levi's, the Niners, the stadium, and the brand, and how do you feel about it?
Well, 10 years from now, I think we're going to be so excited we're going to want to extend the deal and keep it going. You know, it has been an inflection point for us as a company. The day we announced it, you know, now 2 years ago, it was a huge moment. As I said, nobody thought it was coming. It was totally unexpected, but it made complete sense. The marriage of the 49ers with Levi's is a perfect fit. And it was an inflection point. And I think we're going to look back in 10 years and we're going to say, you know, Super Bowl 50 was a meaningful moment for this brand and for this company, and it took us to the next level.
The bottom line of all of this is very important and harmonious relationship for the sports business as well, entertainment business also. The more success stories that a Levi's and a Niners and a stadium can generate, the better it is for every corporate public-private partnership in America. And thanks to Chip Bergh for making this happen and sharing this with us.
Thanks,
really
Rick.
appreciate it.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.